Hello and welcome to Midwest Shooting Center. My name is John, and on behalf of everyone here, I want to thank you for choosing us as your destination for your shooting, training, and entertainment needs. We're sure you are excited to get to the range, but first we need to go over some rules. Number one, always keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction. At Midwest Shooting Center, that will always be downrange. Second, always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. That is once your sights are aligned and you are pointed at the intended target. Third, always keep your firearm unloaded until it's ready to use. Absolutely no firearm should be loaded when going out onto the range. And fourth, always know your target and what is beyond it. When you arrive, please check in at our range counter to make sure you are set up with our liability waiver, to have your ammunition inspected, and to get your lane assignment. This is always a great time to ask about our rental fleet or to ask any questions you may have before going out on the range. Please remember that your firearms must always be in a case when transporting them through our facility. Your firearm cannot be removed from its case until you arrive at your assigned shooting stall. Or if you're at the range or retail counter speaking with an associate, or at the gunsmith counter speaking to our gunsmith. This rule does not apply to any concealed carrying a firearm or open carrying a firearm. However, we ask that if you are wearing a firearm for the purpose of self-defense, that you please leave the firearm holstered at all times. Firearms that must remain in a case are only those firearms you intend to use on the range, or firearms you intend to bring to the gunsmith, or firearms that you intend to bring to an associate for appraisal or some other purpose. If you do not have a case for your firearm, please speak with an associate and they can provide you with a solution. Ear and eye protection must be worn by everyone when entering the range. When you enter the range, please proceed directly to the lane that you're assigned. When you get to your lane, please orient all firearms downrange before any additional handling or firing. This may require moving your bag, case, or rental tote. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with our assigned lane and any issue or concerns that you need to be addressed with a range safety officer prior to firing. We do allow up to 2 individuals per lane, but only 1 shooter at a time in each lane, taking turns alternating between periods of fire. Any additional shooters need to stand to the rear of the stalls against the back wall of the shooting bay until they can safely rotate in. When you're ready to stop shooting and change firearms, or shooters, please make sure the firearms are unloaded, the safety is on, the action is locked to the rear with the ejection port facing up, or the chamber is open and clearly visible. No one is permitted to move, lean, or reach beyond the firing line. If at any point something would go beyond the firing line, please reach out to our range safety officer for assistance. The range safety officer's primary responsibility is to ensure the safety of all our patrons. However, if you happen to notice anything unsafe, please stop shooting and call a ceasefire immediately. In the event of a ceasefire, all shooters need to stop shooting and wait for further instructions from the range safety officer. All range safety officer instructions should be followed at all times. If you have any questions that do not warrant a ceasefire, please press the attendant button and we will be sure to assist you as soon as possible. When you're finished shooting, be sure to clear your firearm and store them properly before moving away from the lane. Take a moment to ensure you have everything you brought with you, as well as clean up any trash or shell casings, so that the next shooter has a clean lane when they arrive. All spent casings should be swept forward of the firing line. We ask that when you exit the range, you proceed directly to the range counter to check out, retrieve your ID, and return any items you may have rented from us. These safety rules, as well as additional range rules, can be found throughout the facility. Please take a moment to read our rules. If there's anything that is unclear, or if you have any questions, please see a member of our range team for further clarifications. Remember that it's easy to ask questions up front before entering the shooting bay when you arrive in the noisy live fire area, but always ask questions when you have them. Once again, thank you for choosing Midwest Shooting Center. We hope you enjoy your time with us and we look forward to seeing you again at your next visit.